Hey guys, we're doing a quick battery change on the Michael Kors watch. First things first, I always recommend you take the band apart, because just so that you can access the bag better. And if one of the pop bags, for those you definitely need to have the band apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm going to show you where the band's coming apart from what side. So if the arrow's pointing down this way, down, you hammer it on this side. Arrows pointing down, you hammer it on the opposite side. So basically I'm going to take one of these pin remover bases and I'm going to place the watch just like this in any of the crevices, and I could pick any hole from here, 1, 2, 3, doesn't really matter. I'm going to take a hammer and I'm going to pop the pin, either pin, doesn't matter which one. Hammer, 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 and it comes out. When it comes out, you can see it just like that. Take the pin out, leave it on the safer area of your wherever you are. Doesn't really matter. You could do it at home, you could do it at work, you could do it in your car. As long as you have the right experience, you should be able to do it with no special tools required. Now for this bag, these type of bags, you have to pop them open from the side here. You can see that little crevice over here. That's basically where you're gonna push the knife in and lift it up. Sometimes you just push it in and it pops out. Sometimes you have to pop it in and then just push it up. So in this case, I'm gonna show you one of the knives that I've been using lately, and this is a really good knife. They also make batteries, Reattaching. And then they have this really nice knife that does not require a lot of pressure. You just pop it in the right area and it should come off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the knife here and I'm going to dig it in just like that without trying to scratch the back. So I'm going to pop it in. I have already popped it in. Now I'm going to lift it up. Didn't do anything. So one more time. Pop it in and I lifted it up, and this time it did it. Now this is a Miyota mechanism. It requires a 364 battery. I think Miyota is Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. They make some really good watches, watch mechanisms. So we'll take a sharp tool just to make sure that we don't scratch any of the back. We're just going to take a sharp tool. We're going to lift up the battery from here, just like that. Lift it up and pop it out, just like that. So it's a 364. We'll take a 364 here and we'll pop the battery in. So for this type of watch, all you have to do is just place the battery here. So I would just leave the battery here just to show you how it's done. Just leave it on top. Don't push it. Don't bother doing anything like that. Lift it up. Just make sure that it's in the right area. And now place it facing down in where the battery sits. Now I'm going to hold it just like that. And you see that little metal lever? That's basically going to hold the battery together, just like that. Right there. Push it up with the battery pushing down. And it goes right in. Right. Just make sure that the watch is working. It is working, that's good. Now for the back, make sure that the back, little curvature right there, that's meant to sit right on top of the stem so it doesn't break it, because if you put the flat side it's gonna break it. So the curve has to be right on top. So this is the curve right here. This curve goes right on top, just like that, like that. Okay, now for the back, you need the right tools for this part. So you're gonna use one of these clampers. I'm gonna take this guy, this size, the smaller size, and I'm going to place it on top of the face just to make sure it covers it from side to side. So this covers it from side to side, just to make sure. This is going to be the bottom piece. Just like that. Okay, now that's good. Now for the back, we're going to have to see a few sizes too. I think this size should do it. I'm just doing it based on experience. You might need to measure it. I think this should do it. And we'll place this on top. Make sure that curve is right on top of the stem. Then I'm going to place it, secure it, not apply too much force, just a little bit, and you're going to hit the pop. Alright. It needs a little more adjustment here. I think it moved. Alright, so let's try it one more time. If not, we'll have to change the size on the back. We're going to have to add a slightly bigger size. Yeah, I think the back... No, I actually got it. Yeah, it's on. It just didn't make the popping noise. Okay, so that's good. I can just make sure with the knife just to kind of just graze the thing just to make sure it doesn't just pop right off. Okay, yeah, so it definitely popped on. It just hasn't made the noise. So to put the band back together, the arrows are pointing up here. What we're going to do is we're going to take the band, put it together, and use this pin to put the band back together. I'm just going to place it on top and push it all the way in, and take this, hammer it on top just a few times, make sure it's all the way in flat, and yep, that's pretty much how you do a battery change on this micro course. Thank you.